Beneath the bedrock of Oak Island, a discovery has been made that changes everything we thought we knew about the island. After centuries of legends, rumors, and failed digs, treasure hunters have finally uncovered evidence of an ancient Templar vault, hidden deep below the original money pit. This chamber is not just a hollow space. It is a carefully engineered structure filled with stone walls, metallic artifacts, and inscriptions that connect directly to the Knights Templar. For generations, skeptics dismissed Oak Island as a place of myth and fantasy, a story exaggerated through time. But now, with ground-penetrating scans, sealed manuscripts, and verified footage, the mystery has shifted from legend to reality. This vault represents a secret preserved for more than 700 years, hidden in a way that no ordinary explorer could have predicted. The discovery came after months of careful investigation. Rick Lagina and his team used advanced sonar mapping to explore beneath the swamp zone of the island. Repeated boreholes had previously failed to find anything substantial, yet this time, the scans revealed something extraordinary. About 180 feet below the swamp, a perfectly sealed void appeared. Geological models suggested it shouldn't even exist, yet there it was, a hidden cavity carved into the bedrock, aligned precisely beneath a tunnel connected to the original money pit. This was not random. Every detail indicated planning, engineering, and intention. Rick knew immediately that this was different from any previous find. This was the anomaly the team had been searching for, the clue that had eluded every other excavation for decades. The first scans of the site revealed unusual metallic density readings, far too strong to be natural rock. The formation of the cavity was deliberate, structured, and layered. It was not debris, nor was it the result of natural collapse. It was engineered. Furthermore, it ran parallel to a secondary shaft that no 18th century map had ever recorded. This indicated that the structure was constructed centuries earlier, long before modern settlers arrived on the island. When the readings were captured on camera, Rick spoke the words that would echo for years. This could be the original vault. The team knew that what lay ahead was extraordinary. When the team finally broke through the outer seal of the chamber, the sight left them speechless. The walls were carved stone, smoothed by water and time. At the entrance lay a limestone slab no larger than a door, etched with a symbol that immediately stood out, a weathered cross pate, the emblem of the Knights Templar. The carving was ancient. Erosion marks confirmed that it had endured centuries, long predating any European settlement or colonial mapping of Nova Scotia. Carbon dating later confirmed the age of the tablet, verifying that Rick's instincts had been correct. This was Templar work. Even more remarkable than the tablet itself was the method of preservation. The stone had been sealed with marine clay, a technique designed to prevent corrosion from saltwater. Whoever constructed this chamber possessed knowledge of geology and engineering far beyond their time. Near the edge of the slab, hidden under mineral deposits, faint symbols and lines were etched into the stone. Archaeologists later discovered that these markings matched symbols found in Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland, a site with deep Templar connections. Marty Lagina's reaction upon seeing this was unforgettable. This was no longer theory. It was physical proof of Templar migration and presence on Oak Island. The connection could no longer be ignored. As the team dug deeper into the bedrock, radar scans revealed an even more astonishing pattern. Metallic signals repeated in perfect intervals, forming lines and shapes too uniform to be natural. The precision of the data showed structures that were clearly made by human hands. Realizing the importance of this discovery, Rick ordered the use of a micro-drill probe to collect samples without disturbing the chamber.
This delicate operation revealed traces of quartz dust mixed with fine golden particles. The metal was refined and shaped by humans, not raw ore. The craftsmanship indicated ancient techniques, the type typically found in sacred relics rather than coins or everyday objects. Rick's reaction reflected the magnitude of the moment. For the first time in years, he admitted that they might not be chasing a legend anymore. They were standing directly over it. This discovery redefined the mission on Oak Island. If the gold beneath the island had been refined centuries before Europeans even settled Nova Scotia, it meant that the vault was far more than treasure. It was a repository of knowledge, faith, and history.
To understand this, the team looked into archival research, particularly French naval records and colonial trade charts. One chart from 1701, stored in the French naval archives in La Rochelle, drew immediate attention. The faded map bore the name L'Île Perdue, the island of lost gold. When coordinates were adjusted for centuries of magnetic drift, the outline matched Oak Island almost perfectly. What shocked the team most were the notes in the margins of the map, written in a cryptic mix of Latin and Old French. They referenced La Domptole, or the coffers of the temple, and described a structure sealed beneath engineered trapstones designed to collapse if disturbed. Comparing this ancient sketch with the excavation data, the match was uncanny. The chamber that had just been breached aligned almost perfectly with the central deposit shown on the map. It was clear that someone had carried fragments of Templar knowledge across the Atlantic, leaving clues that only those with skill and patience could interpret. As excavation continued, the team uncovered fragments of a small brass chain fused into limestone. Each link was etched with the Templar cross, and analysis confirmed that it was crafted in 13th century France. It was part of ceremonial regalia, likely worn by high-ranking members of the order. Laboratory testing showed that the metal composition was consistent with chains found in Templar burial sites near Poitiers. This artifact alone suggested a European presence in the New World more than 150 years before colonization. Deeper exploration revealed a lead container sealed with wax and resin, containing a fragile parchment fragment. Conservators carefully unrolled it under controlled conditions, revealing medieval French script. The parchment described the Great Ark and Lula Rose, Templar code terms referring to sacred relics and the secrecy surrounding them. Infrared imaging later revealed an acrostic, Domus Dei, or House of God. This confirmed that the vault was not only a storage site, but a sacred space, preserving items of immense religious significance. Rick's quiet words summed up the moment. Whoever buried this wanted it remembered, but only by those who knew how to interpret the signs. The evidence gathered at Oak Island showed intentional design and advanced engineering. The team discovered a secondary chamber, reinforced with timber and brass pulleys, forming a precise mechanical system. Any misstep could trigger flooding or collapse. Experts concluded that these builders were not ordinary stonemasons, but skilled sailors, likely Templar refugees, using maritime knowledge to construct a hidden fortress beneath the earth. Oak Island itself was part of a larger plan, a carefully orchestrated network of tunnels, chambers, and hidden spaces designed to protect the most sacred relics of the Templars. Mapping the island above ground revealed a network of stone markers, forming a symmetrical cross, perfectly aligned with the Money Pit, Smith's Cove, and the newly discovered vault. When digitally overlaid with celestial charts, the markers aligned with Orion's belt. The Templars had encoded a celestial map into the very geography of Oak Island, ensuring that only those who understood the stars could locate the vault. It became clear that the island was not merely a hiding place, but a celestial instrument, guiding seekers to the central chamber. Following this alignment led the team to a polished limestone chamber at the center of the cross. The entrance was sealed with an arched stone gate, engraved with a rose surrounded by intersecting crosses. This symbol, identical to the Rossi cross, indicated a direct connection to Templar and Rosicrucian traditions. Non-invasive scans revealed extremely high metal densities within the chamber, suggesting dozens of chests filled with gold and alloys. A fiber-optic camera revealed a narrow corridor filled with centuries of silt and glimmers of reflective metal. At the center stood an ornate chalice, placed on a limestone pedestal. The chalice was unlike anything previously recovered. Forged from Byzantine gold and Frankish silver, it displayed intricate designs of vines and crosses. Latin inscriptions along the rim read, Veritas sub rosa, truth under the rose. Laboratory analysis confirmed the combination of metals was unique to the 12th century, representing a union of Eastern and Western craftsmanship. The chalice was not just a relic, it was a declaration, a sacred oath preserved through centuries. The discovery immediately drew international attention. The Vatican requested high-resolution images, metallurgical data, and documentation. They confirmed that the chalice matched a lost relic from papal inventories of 1312, believed to contain fragments from the early church in Jerusalem. The relic had disappeared after the Templar arrests, and, for 6 centuries, its location was unknown. Legal discussions followed, involving Canada, France, and the Vatican, to determine custodial rights and preservation responsibilities. Oak Island had moved from myth to global historical significance. Re-examination of the limestone tablet at the chamber entrance revealed faint inscriptions visible only under full-spectrum infrared. These included coordinates pointing to a distant, uncharted location in the North Atlantic, alongside the Latin phrase hic est minor, arma ultra est, meaning, this is the lesser vault, the greater lies beyond. The implication was staggering. Oak Island was not the final resting place of the Templar treasures, but a waypoint, part of a larger global design. The celestial alignment, the geometric mapping, and the inscriptions all pointed to a twin location across the Atlantic, indicating a deliberate distribution of the Templars' sacred relics. The chalice, the tablet, and the chambers were proof of continuity and intention, a physical connection between sanctuaries built across oceans using the language of stars, stone, and faith. Oak Island was only one half of a much greater design, part of a plan meant to protect treasures and knowledge across generations and continents. This discovery redefines what we know about Oak Island. The island was never a simple treasure hunt. It was a carefully constructed network of chambers, mechanical defenses, and celestial alignments designed to protect sacred artifacts. Every symbol, artifact, and measurement reflects centuries of planning and purpose. The Templars were not only preserving wealth, but safeguarding knowledge and relics of immense religious and historical significance. The implication of this vault is immense. It proves that the Templars, facing persecution in Europe, engineered a system of protection that spanned continents and centuries. Oak Island is a physical representation of their foresight, combining engineering, navigation, astronomy, and faith. The artifacts, especially the chalice, represent a tangible link to the Templars' sacred mission, preserved in a form that can still be studied and appreciated today. To protect what the Templars valued most, modern technology finally allows us to glimpse the sophistication of their methods, revealing that history can sometimes be hidden yet preserved, waiting for the right people to uncover it. The Oak Island Vault also shows that legend and history can intersect. What generations believed to be fantasy is now evidence of intentional engineering and religious devotion. It proves that knowledge, faith, and artistry were intertwined in ways that are still being understood. This vault provides a tangible connection to a past civilization that sought to safeguard secrets from the world, ensuring that truth, rather than mere gold, endured through time. The story of Oak Island is far from over. Every artifact and every inscription leads to new questions about the Templars' reach, their knowledge of navigation, their connection to sacred relics, and the extent of their influence. While the chalice represents one of the most extraordinary discoveries, the coordinates on the limestone tablet hint at a larger, still-hidden network of sites across the Atlantic. These discoveries suggest that history contains layers that are still waiting to be uncovered by those who have the knowledge, patience, and courage to follow the clues. The implications extend beyond Oak Island itself. This discovery suggests that secret societies, advanced engineering techniques, and celestial mapping were all part of a strategy to protect knowledge from persecution. The Templars' foresight, their commitment to secrecy, and their ability to translate faith into physical structures are revealed through the vault's construction. It is a story that spans centuries, continents, and cultures, connecting Europe to the New World in ways that are only beginning to be understood. Every artifact recovered from Oak Island is now a bridge to history. The chalice, chains, tablets, and tunnels all tell the story of the Templars' global strategy for preservation. They also challenge modern assumptions about the capabilities of medieval societies. The precision engineering, metallurgy, and celestial alignment suggest a level of knowledge far beyond what historians have long believed was possible. Oak Island proves that the past is not always simple, and that extraordinary ingenuity can lie hidden beneath layers of earth and time.
Could reach the final vault. Oak Island, in this sense, is more than an island. It is a monument to planning, secrecy, and preservation, an enduring reminder that the greatest treasures are sometimes not gold or silver, but the knowledge and faith that inspired them. The vault beneath Oak Island is the culmination of centuries of mystery, exploration, and dedication. From the first money pit to the discovery of the chalice, every piece of evidence shows the deliberate work of people who intended to leave a mark on history. The Templar secret has survived through oceans, centuries, and countless generations, waiting for discovery. The vault and its contents now allow us to see not only the treasures they protected, but also the methods, intentions, and vision of a group that shaped history from the shadows. Ultimately, Oak Island stands as a testament to human ingenuity, devotion, and perseverance. Every drill, scan, and excavation reveals layers of history, hidden messages, and engineering marvels. The discovery of the Templar Vault proves that myths can be real, and that secrets, carefully protected, can endure centuries to finally reveal the truth. Oak Island is not just a story of treasure. It is a story of knowledge, faith, and the extraordinary lengths to which people will go to preserve what they consider sacred. The vault and its contents now allow us to see not only the treasures they protected, but also the methods, intentions, and vision of a group that shaped history from the shadows. The Templars' work on Oak Island shows that they were not just knights or warriors, they were visionaries, engineers, and preservers of sacred knowledge. Every artifact recovered confirms that Oak Island is more than an island of legend. It is a living connection to a past that continues to shape our understanding of history today. In conclusion, the discovery of the Templar Vault on Oak Island changes everything. From the first signs of metal beneath the swamp to the chalice that connects Europe to Nova Scotia, the evidence confirms centuries of planning and secrecy. Oak Island was designed to protect something far greater than treasure. It preserves history, knowledge, and faith. The vault demonstrates the extraordinary capabilities of the Templars, their foresight, and their commitment to safeguarding their most sacred artifacts. It is a reminder that history is alive, that secrets can endure for centuries, and that the mysteries of the past are never truly lost. They are waiting for those who are ready to find them.
Beneath the bedrock of Oak Island lies a secret that has remained hidden for more than 7 centuries. Rick Lagina and his team have uncovered an ancient Templar vault, perfectly sealed and filled with artifacts that point to a civilization far older and more advanced than previously thought. This is not a story of ordinary treasure. It is a tale of faith, engineering, and knowledge preserved across time. The vault sits beneath the original money pit, a location long believed to hold only legends. Today, those legends are being replaced by evidence, and what has been discovered will change the story of Oak Island forever. The breakthrough came after months of sonar mapping and repeated boreholes. About 80 feet below the swamp, the team discovered a void that defied geological expectations. The walls were carved by hand, smoothed by water over centuries, and at the entrance lay a limestone slab etched with the Knights Templar cross-patay. This was not natural or random. It was deliberate. Carbon dating confirmed the tablet predated colonial settlement, and marine clay preserved it against saltwater erosion. Faint symbols etched into the stone matched markings at Roslyn Chapel, further confirming a Templar connection. Radar scans revealed metallic patterns too precise to be natural. Micro drill probes collected samples showing traces of refined gold and quartz dust. The metals were crafted, not raw, confirming advanced human work. The team realized that the vault wasn't simply a hiding place. It was a repository of knowledge and sacred objects. This extraordinary engineering extended to timber and brass pulleys, forming a counterweight system designed to flood or collapse if disturbed. Whoever built this chamber was not only skilled, but intentionally protective of its contents. As the team explored further, the discoveries grew more astounding. They uncovered a small brass chain fused into limestone, ceremonial in nature and dating to 13th century France. A lead container held medieval parchment with Templar codes referencing sacred relics and secrecy. Infrared imaging revealed acrostics spelling Domus Dei, House of God. This proved the vault was not treasure alone. It was a sacred space built to protect faith, knowledge, and artifacts meant to endure through time. Above ground, LiDAR scans revealed stone markers forming a precise cross across the island. Digitally aligned, the pattern mirrored Orion's belt, a celestial map guiding seekers to the central chamber. Oak Island was not random. It was a celestial instrument. The tunnels, chambers, and artifacts all connected to this design, proving the Templars encoded advanced astronomical knowledge into the island's layout. At the center of the cross, a polished limestone chamber was discovered. Its gate featured a rose surrounded by crosses, identical to the Rossi cross used by Rosicrucians. Scans revealed extreme metal densities, likely dozens of chests filled with gold and alloys. A fiber optic camera revealed a corridor with centuries of silt and reflective metal. At its center stood an ornate chalice, radiating soft golden light and resting on a limestone pedestal. The chalice was forged from Byzantine gold and Frankish silver, a combination not seen since the 12th century. Latin inscriptions read Veritas Sub Rosa, Truth under the Rose, a sacred Templar oath of secrecy. Laboratory analysis confirmed the chalice contained rare metals and symbolized unity between East and West. It was not a mere treasure, it was a declaration preserved in gold. The Vatican immediately took notice, recognizing the relic as a missing item from papal inventories of 1312, originally lost during the fall of the Templars. The discovery turned Oak Island from a treasure hunt into a matter of international historical significance. Canada, France, and the Vatican coordinated to establish ownership and preservation protocols. This was no longer a local mystery. It became a global historical event. The limestone tablet and the chalice provided clues to a network of Templar vaults,